Welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're jumping right into a massive, frankly game-changing structural shift happening right now in India's tech landscape. We're talking about the country aggressively planting its flag on the global map for advanced electronics. Specifically, we are diving into the big question: what are the latest semiconductor manufacturing approvals in Gujarat? The Union Cabinet just flashed the green light on some highly ambitious projects, and if you want to understand how India is completely rewiring its digital supply chain from the ground up, you are exactly where you need to be. So let's get right into the numbers and the actual tech driving this leap.
Okay, so let's start here. We constantly hear these incredibly large numbers thrown around in the news, right? But what does a 3,936 crore tech investment actually look like on the ground? It's just money moving on a spreadsheet. Actually, scratch that, it's not just money. This is the sheer physical scale of the cabinet's latest approval under the India Semiconductor Mission. We're talking about laying the literal concrete and steel foundations for the future of Indian tech. This capital is building highly specialized, wildly complex manufacturing hubs that will physically power the devices you and I use every single day.
If we break it down, this massive pile of capital is basically split between two major new facilities setting up shop in Gujarat. We've got Suchi Semicon with an 868 crore commitment, and then Crystal Matrix taking the lion's share with a staggering 3,068 crore. This shows us a really clear two-pronged strategy. One is hyper-focused on crucial packaging and testing, and the other is making this huge, capital-intensive leap right into advanced fabrication.
Which brings us to Section 1, India's new semiconductor ambitions. To really wrap our heads around the scale of these new plants, we have to zoom out and look at the India Semiconductor Mission, which kicked off back in December 2021. Since then, a mind-blowing 1.64 lakh crore in total investments has been mobilized across 12 approved applications. It's like a giant puzzle coming together. By backing these 12 projects, the government is looking to complement the world-class chip design capabilities already growing in India, stuff propelled by support given to over 300 academic institutions and more than 100 startups. It's a complete top-to-bottom ecosystem play.
So let's zoom in on our first specific project. Section 2, Suchi Semicon, the Surat hub.
You know what's really wild about this one? The founders are actually making a bold pivot from Surat's famous textile industry directly into high-tech hardware. To understand what they're doing, we need to demystify a bit of industry jargon. OSAT. It stands for Outsourced Semiconductor Assembly and Test. Basically, it's the crucial final pit stop. It's where finished silicon wafers are cut, packaged, and tested before they ever touch a circuit board. Suchi's setting up a lead frame and wire-bonded packaging facility here, and their targets are huge. We're talking 673 million units a year for small outline integrated circuits and another 263 million for transistor outlines.
So why should OSAT matter to us? Well, because the chips coming out of the Surat facility are going straight into your hands. They're aiming to scale up to an incredible 3 million packaged chips every single day within 3 years. That directly powers the stuff we rely on: air conditioners, TVs, mobile phones, laptops, and even the battery management systems inside electric vehicles and solar inverters. And get this, Suchi Semicon has already secured purchase orders from 9 customers. This is domestic capability serving immediate domestic demand for sure.
Now, let's shift focus to the heavy hitter. Section 3, Crystal Matrix, Dholera's tech leap.
Dholera is quickly becoming this rapidly expanding special investment region, and Crystal Matrix is coming in hot with an immense 3,068 crore rupee integrated facility. This isn't just standard silicon. We're entering the realm of advanced displays. The big buzzword here is GaN, or Gallium Nitride. It's a highly efficient compound semiconductor material that is basically absolute magic for creating ultra-bright mini and micro LED displays. Crystal Matrix is stepping up to provide GaN foundry services, including GaN epitaxy on 6-inch wafers. Simply put, epitaxy is precisely growing crystal layers to make the semiconductor. They're building India's very first GaN-based micro LED fab, filling a huge gap in the high-end display market.
And this illustrates the whole endgame for Crystal Matrix beautifully. With a proposed capacity of 72,000 square meters for mini and micro LED panels every year, they are locking themselves right into the sleek, next-generation consumer tech we all want. The output from Dholera is destined for extended reality, or XR glasses, smartwatches, those really nice high-end in-car displays, and giant commercial TV screens. They're localizing the production of the advanced screens we increasingly rely on, making a huge leap into the futuristic tech of tomorrow. If we put them side by side, you can clearly see how these two distinct factories fit together perfectly in Gujarat's growing ecosystem. You got Surat focusing on the high-volume packaging of essential chips for everyday appliances and EVs with Suchi Semicon. Then, just a few hours away in Dholera, Crystal Matrix is pioneering that advanced compound GaN fabrication for futuristic visual heavy tech. Together, they represent a brilliantly diversified approach to making India self-reliant in semiconductors.
Let's zoom back out for just a second. Section 4, Jobs and the Big Picture. Because moving to localized, advanced supply chains is structurally transformative, not just for tech but for people. 2,230. That is the exact number of highly skilled, direct jobs these two specific facilities are projected to create. Suchi Semicon alone expects to hire 630 people directly. That is a very real, tangible shift in the job market. It's creating incredible opportunities for engineers and technicians right at home, meaning we don't have to lose that top-tier talent to overseas tech hubs anymore.
Ashok Chandek, the president of the India Electronics and Semiconductor Association, really hit the nail on the head here. He points out that adding capabilities like compound semiconductor manufacturing alongside robust OSAT facilities drastically reduces India's reliance on global imports. It's essentially building a massive protective moat around India's supply chain resilience, while cementing the country as a very real, credible player in next-generation global innovation.
Which brings us to the final part of our explainer today. Section 5, Join the Conversation.
So I'm going to leave you with this one final provocative thought. Are the latest semiconductor manufacturing approvals in Gujarat, these historic 3,936 crore investments, going to be the precise tipping point that makes India a true global chip powerhouse? How fast do you think we'll see made-in-India chips completely dominating global consumer electronics? I really want to hear your take on this. If you found this explainer valuable, make sure to hit that like button, share this with anyone who loves tracking tech and economics, and absolutely hit subscribe. Drop a comment below with your feedback and let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much for hanging out and learning with me today, and I'll see you in the next explainer.